Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this episode of the J.A.B podcast. I'm your host, Adam, joined, as always, by co-host Josh.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Ben could not be here with us today because he joined another podcast and he left our podcast. He said he no longer wants to be a part of the J.A.B podcast, so now it's only the Ja podcast, like John Morant.
Yeah.
So that sucks.
Oh, just kidding.
Just kidding.
Get
pranked. You
pranked.
guys, sorry.
Ben,
just
he had some plans today, and
he's on the work grind. I cannot
correct.
blame him.
He's making that bread, so
sorry, Ben. We miss you.
This podcast, unfortunately, does not bring in the kind of bread that his job does. So he's over there making some money while we're over here on the pod grind. That too. So hopefully he'll be back. We'll find some time next week that works for all three of us, and we can have the J.A.B back.
Yep.
So, going into the topics of this episode, we are once again going to start off with football as always. This week, there isn't really much going on in football other than, the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl. Tonight, the awards show, so we're going to find out who's going to win MVP.
All those awards were already leaked.
Were they?
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out tonight if those leaks were true.
Brock Purdy,
okay, those.
Patrick Mahomes.
That wasn't a real leak.
I was.
No, that was just a website doing fan voting.
Okay, guys. Sorry, I'm just casual. I thought it was actually leaked. Okay.
So yeah, tonight we'll find out all those awards, and hopefully next week we'll be able to kind of offer some reactions and some insight on those. But moving on to the biggest game of the season coming up on Sunday, the Super Bowl. We got the Eagles going up against the Kansas City Chiefs. This, again, biggest game. Probably the two top seeds in each conference. So top seed in the AFC, top seed in the NFC going up against each other. So Josh, what do you think about this game?
Eagles,
I know you. Yeah,
Eagles all the way.
I know you're a big Eagles fan with the Jalen Hurts fandom. Well, you're a big Jalen Hurts fan, so kind of.
Yeah, calm down. I am a Commanders fan.
Correct.
We beat the Eagles too.
You did.
The one loss to Jalen Hurts. Just saying, but I'm just a big Jalen Hurts fan. Mm-hmm. I think Jalen Hurts. I think he's got this. I think he might honestly run for over 100 yards this week.
Really?
Because even in the last couple weeks of the playoffs, he was still running 8 times plus times a game. When he didn't need to. Against the 49ers, I think he ran 9 times. And the game was a blowout. So I feel like he's going to actually run if he needs to, because this is the last game of the year. You're not really preserving yourself for, you know what I mean? So, and I just think the team is too good, honestly. And I don't know how the Chiefs are going to stop any of the Eagles. So they have 3 or 4 running backs who can do enough. They got two really good receivers plus multiple other dudes what's his name? How do you say his name?
Quez Watkins?
Quez. Yeah, they got him. He's good. He's extremely fast. And their defense and their offensive line is just crazy good. So, Eagles, I think it'll be by probably 10. I think it'll be a close game, but I think the Eagles will clear with enough room.
Okay. I think this will also be a close game. It'll be a very good game. I think that both teams have strengths and weaknesses that match up really well with each other. But Patrick Mahomes has experience in the Super Bowl, and I just feel like he's going to make the plays that he needs to pull out this victory, and I feel like the Chiefs are going to win. A bunch of people have the Eagles in this one. I think the Eagles are the betting favorite, so I want to go with the Chiefs. Yeah, I think they're 1.5 point favorites or something like that.
Okay. Here's my question, though. You said Patrick Mahomes has Super Bowl experience. So does the entire 70% of the Eagles team, though. A lot of their big pieces, maybe not 70%, but a lot of the Eagles team has a lot of experience in the playoffs and the Super Bowl. They won a Super Bowl with pretty similar core, not with even a better quarterback now. They have a better quarterback, but and a lot of the Chiefs team, when they were in the Super Bowl, a lot of them weren't there. They brought in a lot of these people recently, in the past year or two. So I don't know.
I mean, Patrick Mahomes has been
I like
the
Mahomes.
Mahomes has been to 2 Super Bowls. All the
Mm-hmm.
players on the Eagles that have been to that aforementioned Super Bowl have only been to that one Super Bowl. So
Yeah, but Mahomes got destroyed in the one of them.
he also didn't have an offensive line, which he has now, and he still kept it
But here's the thing.
semi-competitive for
No,
a
Adam.
decent
I
portion of
watched
it.
that one. I was with you when we watched that. It was not competitive.
For a little bit, it was
No, the first 5 minutes, maybe.
quarter and a half. I would like to
That
say,
game felt like a big blowout.
yeah, it ended up being a big blowout. I think. Well,
But it didn't feel like the Chiefs had it in that game.
I feel like it was they had it for a little, just because how explosive, how polarizing that offense is. If you're
Yeah,
even if they're down 14, like you still can't count them out. But yeah,
yeah, but I
towards
feel
the
like it's a
second half,
defense lot.
towards the second half of that game, when you realize that the Buccaneers defense kind of had them locked down, that
Yeah,
they weren't really going to be able to make those plays. But I feel like there's holes on this Eagles defense that Mahomes will be able to exploit. Their corners aren't the greatest. I know they have big play Slay, but outside of him, there's not much there. So I feel like they got some playmakers on that field that
James
can kind of.
Bradbury.
What's that?
James Bradbury is their
I
second
did.
corner.
I did forget about James Bradbury.
He's good.
Yes, that's true. I don't know. I just feel
I
like
think I think their one I think their one weakness is the biggest is their like second safety.
yeah.
They got Gardner Johnson and
hmm
I don't know who the other dude is. I mean, maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm just not thinking of him, but I don't
Reed
think of
Blankenship, I think is who it is now.
who.
Reed Blankenship. He's a backup. Whoever their starter was ended
I
up getting
mean,
hurt, and then
doesn't say I just can't think of who it is right now. So yeah, that would make sense if I've never heard of him.
so
But
yeah.
I think that's probably their biggest weakness. But
I feel like that just Mahomes can make pretty much any receiver look serviceable. I don't want to
I
say
agree.
great, but he can make any receiver look
He
like
makes
at least a wide receiver too.
he makes MVS look good.
Yeah. So I
And
mean,
hey, another thing about the Chiefs, I'm kind of forgetting. Kadarius Toney is playing, I believe.
he said he was going to play,
Which
according to Kadarius
I
Toney.
love Kadarius Toney. So that could be an X factor right there because and yet another receiver who I think is crazy good. He just keeps getting hurt and just I think that's the only problem. Getting hurt and the coach is not liking him because I don't think that the Giants coaches like him that much, or it seemed like they didn't really. But and, he's just injury prone. But
Yeah.
we'll see if this hamstring comes back, which we'll see.
And also, the Chiefs defense this playoff stretch has done a pretty good job at defending the run. They held Joe Mixon in check last week.
Not Samaj P. Ryan.
I mean, he didn't go crazy. I don't
I think he
remember.
had at least a touchdown.
Okay, a touchdown, cool. He
And
could have he
he
could
had
have
a
one
touchdown.
carry for 1 yard and a touchdown. That's still
He had
holding him in
yards.
check.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. The Chiefs' defense is.
It's just
good.
usually the Chiefs have their defense has been looked at as a defense that couldn't stop the run. So in this playoff stretch they haven't really allowed any big rushers against them.
Yeah, but the Bills, they don't really have a rusher.
They didn't play the Bills.
Hmm?
They didn't play the Bills. They played the
Oh, yeah, that was the Bengals, wasn't it?
yeah. They played the
My bad.
Jaguars.
Right.
And they had
I
the
was thinking the
bye.
Bengals for some
Yeah.
reason because we're talking about Joe Mixon. Yeah, I didn't mind. My bad. Yeah, I don't know. This should be a good game,
I think it will be a good game.
but we'll see.
We'll see. Ben's pick for the game will be revealed on Saturday. There will be
Oh, he hasn't made it yet. Still?
no, he made it, but we'll
Oh.
save that for Saturday because I will be posting a graphic on Twitter and maybe Josh will post it on Instagram as well.
We'll see.
Okay. With our picks
I
for the
will.
Super Bowl, just in case, for those people who
And
don't know about
put
us.
Jalen Hurts with my pick.
Put Jalen Hurts with your pick?
Yeah, like Jalen Hurts, like standing next to my pick.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Just find a way. I'm sure the editor genius right here can make it happen.
Yeah, something like that.
He can deliver.
I'll
Okay.
figure it out. All right, moving on to our next football topic, our last football topic of this episode. We were going to do our first NFL mock draft, hopefully first of many in these upcoming months. So for this one, we are going to alternate on picks. So Josh will have one half, I'll have the other half. I will start with the first pick. right? That's what we agreed upon.
No trades. Yeah, you
Yep,
started. No trades in this mock draft.
correct.
We might do one trades.
Yeah, hopefully eventually down the road we'll.
We will. We'll do one with trades
Okay.
eventually.
So to start off, we got the Chicago Bears on the clock. This is a pick
Yep.
that, I mean, pretty much everyone thinks the Bears are going to trade. Like Josh said, no trades in this draft. So, with the first pick, I have the Chicago Bears taking
Who's that going with?
Jalen Carter, defensive lineman
Yeah,
out of
okay.
Georgia. That Bears defense kind of just needs, the Bears team in general needs a lot of help. And I think at the first pick, the top two players are both defenders. So it's pretty much a toss up between Jalen Carter and Will Anderson. They've lost some key pieces on that D line over the last few years. Akeem Hicks is the big name that comes to mind. So they kind of fill that void with Jalen Carter, probably one of the best defenders in this draft class. It's like I said, it's a toss up between him and Will Anderson. So I could see them going either way, but I feel like they're going to fall in love with Jalen Carter, especially with the combine coming up here in a few weeks.
Facts. Okay, with my pick, I'm selecting Will Anderson Jr. I think he is the best player in this draft, and I think he's a perfect fit for this team. As just everyone knows, I'm just a big Will Anderson guy.
Can you go into why?
He's going to Texans.
Can you go into why you think the Texans would take Will Anderson over a quarterback here?
Okay.
At two.
Number one, defensive head coach. Number two, but DeMeco Ryan went to Alabama.
Okay.
Defensive player.
Yep.
Okay, simple. Number two, whatever number I'm at. Bryce Young. Not a fan of Bryce Young in any way. C.J. Stroud, just. I think if the Texans want a quarterback, I think they should trade down. So, I don't think they should draft either of the top two quarterbacks. I think they should draft either Will Levis or Anthony Richardson, and then also trade for sign whatever, like a bridge quarterback, and have him like sit behind him for a year, and then I don't know. But I think they should start building their defense because their team is kind of ass in every way. And with a new defensive coach, just start out and build the defense from scratch with Derek Stingley, Petrie, and then just whatever you want to start building now.
Okay. I mean, the next pick is at 12. You don't think they'll have a good defensive player on the board at that time?
Not Will Anderson. And I who knows, maybe they'll pick another defensive player at 12.
I guess we'll see.
Is it my pick or no?
Yes.
Okay, we'll see. Okay, go. Your pick.
All right. Arizona Cardinals are on the clock. For me, I usually have them going either Jalen Carter or Will Anderson, but both of them are off the board, so this is gonna be interesting. No trades. I don't think they're gonna take a quarterback. I think if this situation happened in real life, they'd trade down with a team that wants a quarterback.
Quarterbacks are slipping.
Yep. Teams are going to start panicking. They got to reach for Bo Callahan.
Yep.
I'm going to have them going with Tyree Wilson.
Wow.
Edge out of Texas Tech.
Wow, Adam. You were hating on this pick for me last week.
Was I?
I was saying I was high on Tyree Wilson. You were saying you were not this high on him.
I don't recall this.
Okay.
Well, anyways.
Whatever.
I feel like he's probably the second best edge rusher in this draft class outside of Will Anderson. And again, with how the board's fallen and with the recent retiring of J.J. Watt, I think the Cardinals need to shore up that edge rushing position. And like I said, Tyree Wilson's the best on the board right now. So they get their guy at 3 and Tyree Wilson. That's pretty much all I got to say.
Number 4. You know who we're going with. C.J. Stroud.
Yep.
Sorry to all the Bryce Young enjoyers here, but sorry.
He does not like Bryce Young, so.
No, I don't at all. Neither does Adam, though. He didn't pick him.
Well, who's going to take him?
Go.
Who's going to take him? The Bears or the Cardinals? No. They don't need a quarterback. Seahawks are on the clock. Ooh, this is a tough one. They need a D lineman. I don't really feel like the two quote unquote top D linemen available at this spot are really worthy of a top 5 pick. But again, with no trades, I am going to have them take Brian Bresee out of Clemson.
Really?
Yeah.
This early?
I don't think he should go this early, but again, with no trades and how the board has fallen, if they
I
go
think that is
if they go anyone lower than Bresee, it's even more of a reach. So
Hey, I guess. I mean, okay.
I
The
feel like if the
Lions.
board fell this way in real life, they'd trade back.
I do agree, but I don't think I'd draft him. Okay, the Lions. Christian Gonzalez. That's my pick.
Wanna
They could use another cornerback after opposite Jeff Okuda. He's a beast. But they could. I think they could go a lot of other directions. But with this pick, sixth pick, we're going Gonzalez.
Okay. I think with the way the board has fallen, the Raiders are going to sprint to the podium with this pick.
Oh, I was gonna say you're not doing it.
They're going to take Bryce Young, quarterback out of Alabama. Looking back on it,
Okay.
I probably could have had the Seahawks taking Bryce Young, especially with how the board falls. Have Bryce Young sit behind, because I know they want to move forward with Geno, which is kind of why I didn't want to go quarterback. But with Bryce Young still on the board, to have Geno there, if he, maybe this year was a fluke and then he falls off, you still have Bryce Young there waiting. But I feel like
I think he's too good to start off the bench.
you're right. So that's why.
Like, even if I'm not the biggest fan, I don't think he's one of the quarterbacks who should be sitting behind a starter.
Yeah, I agree. That's
Yeah.
why I didn't. That's why I had the Seahawks going a different direction. But
Yeah.
Raiders take Bryce Young. They're 100% moving out from Derek Carr. Looks like he might go to the Saints. Bryce Young to the Raiders
Okay.
here. There's not much else to say. Arguably the best quarterback in the draft, and one of the biggest needs that the Raiders have right now.
Who do I got this pick? Andre Carter.
Andre Carter.
Yep. He's good. That's all I gotta say. Might be a little early, but
Might be
I
a
don't
lot
think they're gonna
early,
draft a
but
quarterback. I don't think they're drafting a quarterback, honestly, because they just drafted Desmond Ridder last year, and I think they're gonna give him a chance this year. I think, if I were to guess, and they don't really need their offensive lines is okay. Their receivers, they have good receivers. They just don't have a coach who knows how to throw to them or a quarterback. So I don't know. Yep, Andre Carter.
why do you have him as the next edge off the board?
Because I think he's better than Miles Murphy.
Okay,
And I don't think there's any really people in between it. Is there? Like, as good?
Nolan Smith, Van Ness.
I mean, you know what, Adam? I just like Andre Carter. Okay,
I mean that's fine, but again, this is a little. It's a big reach. That's why I kind of wanted your insight, because if you like him so much, maybe you got.
I actually do, but we don't know how the teams value him. Like, this is a PFF rank, and this isn't like you know what I mean? Like, I don't think this ranking's gonna be like anything close to how the draft goes down.
Okay, but in everything I've seen, Andre Carter has been a late first round at the highest, and you have him going top 10. So I mean that's still a big jump.
He's like that. You'll see.
Okay.
He's good.
Panthers are on the clock next. Again, they need a quarterback. They're gonna run up to the board or the podium. They're gonna take Will Levis out of Kentucky.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Okay, who do I got? Eagles. This is a tough pick. Brian Branch. Drafting Brian Branch. Fills the safety need for the Eagles, like I was just saying.
Where is he?
The one need I think they really have. The other position I would have considered was cornerback, because James Bradbury is a free agent. And Slay, I mean, they might eventually let go of him because he's pretty old, and he's making a lot of money right now. So those are really the only positions I can really see them doing, because they have like free agents, but most of the free agent gaps, they already filled the needs early, which is pretty smart. But yeah, I think that's really the biggest need right there, safety.
Okay. Pick 11, Tennessee Titans are on the clock. I feel like there's a lot of positions they could go with here. Need edge help. Need another tackle opposite of Taylor Lewan. Could use some more receivers. because outside of Traylon Burks, they don't really have much. I know
That's
Robert
it.
Robert Woods is there, but he's getting old, and I mean,
He was horrible this year,
did come off a torn ACL, but yeah, he did not have
but he shouldn't have been playing then.
the greatest year. I mean, you can still play coming off a torn ACL, but he just did not play.
Yeah, but when you're playing and doing nothing, might as well take more time to get fully healthy.
I mean, again, I don't know if it was his health or it was
Yeah.
just the system, but again, did not have the greatest year.
No matter what, he sucked. However, whatever, why? Yeah, it's the why that doesn't matter.
But I feel like they need to, I think teams should start focusing on protecting their quarterbacks rather than finding them weapons, because we saw what happened with Andrew Luck. He didn't get any protection. He got killed, and then he ended up retiring early. So I feel like Titans go tackle here. There's really 3 tackles.
Joe Burrow.
Huh?
How about Joe Burrow?
Okay, well, there's not really a Jamar Chase on the board right now.
Or Trevor Lawrence.
The Jaguars have had a decent offensive line when he came in. They signed it.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, but
Yeah.
they focused on getting weapons, though.
I mean, did they really?
Yeah. Travis Etienne, and then signed Christian Kirk.
Sure. But again,
And Zay Jones.
there wasn't really people to draft as well.
Yeah.
At this spot, you have your pick of the top 3 tackles of the draft. There's a lot of argument on which one will be the best. I'm going to take Broderick Jones.
Okay.
Tackle at Georgia. I feel like after the pre-draft process, he's gonna come out as the favorite out of the 3.
Adam, you know who I'm taking.
Anthony Richardson.
Yeah. If he was gone, which he's almost gone here, I was going to be drafting defense, but I was going to draft Miles Murphy. But Anthony Richardson, yeah, perfect. Like I said, with my plan for the Texans, we're signing or trading for like a average quarterback, good enough quarterback, Jimmy G, Jared Carr, somebody who can start, somebody who can do good enough and start, and then Richardson's going to be ready next year or even this year. Who knows? Best quarterback in the draft.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. He definitely has raw potential. He's got a lot of the attributes you look for in a quarterback.
Every attribute.
But he had quite a few inconsistencies in college. But there's a lot of argument that was because of the system he was in and not necessarily his skill set.
Yeah,
so it'll be interesting to see.
The system's always been kind of like that, though.
What's that?
Like the system's always been kind of like this with the quarterback.
You mean like systems in general, or just Florida system?
Oh, the Floridas.
Okay.
Like they're like RPO run heavy shit like that. They always do that.
Mm-hmm.
Or it seems like the last couple years at least. I don't know about always, but I don't know. Anthony Richardson, and he had what? This is one season starting. Every other quarterback had 2 or 3.
Yeah, it was like 1.5 seasons he started.
Yeah, he's gonna get better.
Jets on the clock at 13. There's not really a quarterback on the board for him to take at 13. So I think, again, like I said, you want to build up your protection. They did spend a top pick on Mekhi Becton a few years ago, but he's been hurt a lot. And then outside of him, they have George Fant getting up there in age. He's not, the greatest tackle in the world, but he's serviceable, good enough for now. But I feel like the Jets need another tackle. And I say that they'll take, where is he? Peter Skoronski on Northwestern.
I like it. Okay. Patriots, Quentin Johnston.
That was quick.
Simple. Best receiver. They need a receiver, especially with Jacoby Myers leaving. Yeah. Helps Mac Jones. Throw it up to him.
Packers are next on the clock. This is a tough spot because Miles Murphy, is getting a lot of hype right now. He's, arguably, some people are saying the second best edge rusher in this class. But
disagree.
I'm also seeing a lot of stuff that he's overhyped.
I don't see it.
He's made a few splash plays here and there, but outside of that, he hasn't really had much consistency in his performances.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I feel like the Packers' edge room is good enough that you don't need to spend a first-round pick on an edge. They can get, an edge in the third or fourth, like they did with Kingsley and Barre, who's turned out to be a good third edge rusher. And with Rashawn Gary, he's coming off that torn ACL, but they still have him. They still have Preston Smith, so you don't really need to use a first round pick on an edge rusher because in mid season he's going to be your third or fourth edge rusher. So it's like spending a first round pick on a backup quarterback. Why would you do it? So I feel like the Packers are going to do something they usually don't do. I feel like they're going to take a wide receiver in the first round, or at least that's what I'm going to have them doing. I'm going to have them take my number one receiver in this class, Jordan Addison out of USC. This guy is a playmaker with the ball in his hands, and that is something that the Packers desperately needed after they got rid of Devontae Adams. Christian Watson showed flashes, but he can't do it by himself. Needs some more weapons. I think you get a young core of Jordan Addison, Christian Watson, and Romeo Doubs. Your wide receiver room set for the foreseeable future. So build that up, and then with whoever's going to be a quarterback next year, whether it be Aaron Rodgers returning or if they decide to move on to Jordan Love, you have a solid young receiver room, whoever's quarterback next. And if they do move on with Jordan Love, then you got a future there with your future quarterback, hopefully, and your future weapons. So it's a good young core to build your offense around.
This pick's tough for me. I want Bijan Robinson, but as a Commanders fan, this is not even close. Running back's not even close to our top 5 needs.
No.
But the website says quarterback. I don't really agree with that. But I'm gonna go Keely Ringo. I like him a lot. I mean, I don't think he's the best corner. I think Christian Gonzalez is. But I think he's probably number 2, number 3. But yeah, that's probably my biggest need. I think, even though I think their corners aren't bad, like whatever his name, Benjamin Saint whatever, he's good. I mean, he's just not amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And then safeties are both good.
Good number 3 corners, kind of what you're saying. Good slot guy.
Yeah, like good, but yeah, Keely Ringo, he'll be the main guy.
Interesting.
Okay.
All right, Steelers are on the board next. It says tackles are top need. And, one of those 3 tackles that could be argued as the best in the draft, Paris Johnson Jr., is on the board. I think I'm going to take him here at 17 for the Steelers.
Lions, we're going Miles Murphy.
Okay.
He's fell this far. I mean, I think he's good. I just don't think he's top two edge. But no. I think he is good. And I think he'll be good with Aiden Hutchinson. I think he'll be a good fit.
What about that?
I draft corner.
Yeah. I was just checking. What about that other edge rusher that they had who kind of came out, that rookie, towards the end of the season? James Houston, I think his name was.
Who? I'm trying to think of who you're talking about.
James Houston.
That's not ringing a bell.
No. Well, he was like one of the sack leaders for rookies. I think he was at least top 5. I don't know if he was in the front of it all.
I guess he's going to be playing opposite of him.
Okay.
I must have forgot about him. But they'll coexist. They'll be fine.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's a good 3-man rotation at edge. Miles Murphy, James Houston, and Aiden Hutchinson. Again,
maybe we'll move one. Hey, maybe we'll move Aiden Hutchinson to middle linebacker. He gets so many interceptions. He'll be fine.
We'll see. Again, at 18, that is, I guess, a better spot to take a third pass rusher.
I think he's good. Like I said,
he's just not top 10 like everyone.
Not top 10 pick, but no. I can definitely see him in around here.
Yeah,
in the first round,
15 to 20 area, or 11 to.
Yeah, 11 to 30, I could see. Or I would be fine with. I'd be cool with.
All right, Buccaneers are next.
Okay.
Tom Brady just recently retired, so quarterback is obviously a glaring need. But I don't. Again.
Hendon Hooker, draft him.
No. 25 years old, off a torn ACL. Not worth
Yeah,
the
he'll be fine.
not worth the
He'll
first
be
round
fine.
pick. I think he could be a decent quarterback. I think he has this, he's got the attributes to potentially be a decent quarterback, but I don't not worth the first round pick. And neither is Tanner McKee. So they're not going to him. They're not taking quarterback. It says tight end, guard, center, or defensive line. They could go tight end, but I think
No way.
I think they're confident in Kate Otten. I think Kate Otten had a good showing towards the end of the season. Kind of give him some hope for the tight end position in the future. I don't think they need to spend a first round pick, especially with how deep this tight end class is. So I think they take the best guard in this draft, Osiris Torrance out of Florida. That's my pick.
Iris Torrance. Okay. My pick is what's that dude's name? Anton. On Anton.
Anton Harrison.
Yeah. I forgot his last name. Right there. Draft him. Perfect fit.
Who do we have the Seahawks going before? Ryan Brissy. Okay.
Yeah. I disagree with that pick, but
Chargers are not on the clock.
I had to make up for it.
This is tough because they could use a tight end. They could use another receiver. But they could also use some help in their secondary. And I feel like arguably the best corner in this draft. It's between him and Christian Gonzalez. Devon Witherspoon out of Illinois. That's who I'm going to have the Chargers taking. I feel like after the combine, after the test, after the interviews, the whole pre-draft process, he's going to emerge as, one of the favorites in this class at corner. And him falling at 21 is a godsend to the Chargers, who desperately need some help in their defense. Their defense has costed them games here and there. They had that big lead against the Jaguars, and then the defense shut them down. And then all of a sudden, second half, their defense fell apart, and there wasn't. 4 interceptions on Trevor Lawrence.
They didn't score though. They didn't score after that.
You're right. It didn't help. It was a whole team collapse. But
okay, I agree. You called out the defense there. I think it was just the whole team. I agree.
But their defense has, in past years, has also been cited for horrible collapses, and it's just their defense
Isn't that the same position as Asante Samuel?
Well, yeah, but you have to have more than one corner.
He's got everything.
He can cover the whole field by himself.
He did that game.
Pretty much. He had 2 of them? 2 or 3 interceptions?
3 or 4. Was it 3 or 4?
Well, he didn't have all 4 because Derwin James had one. I know that for
3
sure.
then.
It was 2 or 3, yeah.
He had for sure 3.
But yeah, so the defense could use some more help. You'd rather be D-line, another edge rusher, linebacker, corner. They need help anywhere. So,
agreed.
I say they take arguably best corner in draft.
Ravens, B. John Robinson. They need their run team. J.K. Dobbins, he showed flashes, but clearly, at least this year, he was not the same player. And just they could use another running back, and he's the best one. Draft him early. Why not?
Okay.
The team doesn't really have many holes. They just need a quarterback.
They need receivers.
No, I don't think they need receivers. Both the receivers got hurt.
But outside of Rashawn Bateman, they don't.
Devin Duvernay. How do you say Duvernay?
Devin Duvernay?
Yeah, he's good. He got hurt too. I was gonna go Zay Flowers, but I decided that they need a running back more because J.K. Dobbins is not really nothing too special right now. But Jackson, I didn't want Jackson Smith. Okay, next your pick.
Vikings are on the clock. Their defense needs help. Their offense has weapons. Their offense is pretty set for now. Outside of, KJ Osborne's a solid receiver too, but you could always use another receiver. But again, defense, a lot of holes there. Could probably use another edge rusher outside of Daniel. Is Daniel Hunter even on the Vikings anymore?
I have no idea.
I don't remember. But another linebacker opposite. Yeah, another linebacker opposite Eric Kendricks. Another safety opposite of Harrison Smith to potentially even take over for Harrison Smith. Another corner opposite of Pat Pete. And I think with what the board is showing, they're gonna go corner because there are 2 solid corners left.
Okay.
And I'm going to have them taking Joey Porter out of Penn State. Joey Porter Jr., to be exact.
Okay.
I feel like between him and Cam Smith, it's really close to that third corner in this class. And I haven't really been able to watch corners that much, so I don't know much about Joey Porter or Cam Smith, but I just feel like Joey Porter Jr. is
Okay.
there's just that feeling that he'll be better. He'll be higher than Cam Smith.
Okay. It's a big pick right here for me.
Okay.
I would like to take Cam Smith. I made that as I said it. I was gonna go with a different direction, but I decided
Okay.
they could use it. They could use a quarterback.
Yeah. They don't. I mean, what? Shaquille Griffin. That's about it.
Is he even on the team anymore?
Yeah.
He's a free agent. I don't know. Either way, yeah, he's okay, but
I thought he just got a contract with the Seahawks before they traded for him.
okay. Then
I don't
yeah, I
remember
guess.
though. I don't.
Yeah, I don't know fucking Shaquille Griffin's contract. So sorry. Okay, next.
Giants are on the clock. This is an area where I'd have Bijan here or next pick to Dallas. But again, you took him to the Ravens, so he's off the board. I think they need some help at receiver, outside of Darius Slayton.
I don't know who you're picking.
Who am I picking?
Zay Flowers.
Correct. Going Zay Flowers. They don't have much outside of Slayton. Richie James is all right. Sterling Shepard they still have, but he's coming off an injury, so I don't know if he'll be ready for week 1 or if he'll even be the same. And I'm pretty sure either one or both are going to be free agents this offseason, so they're going to need some help at receiver, and I think take one in the first round, because why not? There's some solid receivers available still, so.
Okay. Cowboys, Keeler Ringo.
You already...
Just kidding. Eli Ricks.
Like what? You already took him.
I forgot I picked him already. They remind me of each other because they both wear red.
Okay. Wait, what do you like about Eli Ricks, Josh?
He's just a fucking beast.
Why is that?
I don't know what you want me to say. He just says.
Okay. Bills are next on the clock.
Corner. I mean, I like all these corners at the top of the draft. There's like 7 of them. I like all of them. That's from what I've seen of every single one of them. I thought, I think all these dudes would be pretty decent.
Man, what do the Bills need?
Corner.
Not really much left at corner. The thing.
I know. That's why I had drafted him early.
I mean, it says DBs are one of their top needs because there's not a guard or a center, I feel, at this point. That's worth a first-round pick. I think maybe there could be a center. John Michael Schmitz out of Minnesota. In the coming months, I think he's gonna climb up boards. I don't know if he's gonna sneak into the first, but I feel like he could easily be high second. Yeah, I mean, I don't know because they have Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde at safety. I don't know how much longer they'll be playing. They do have some corners, but I feel like they could use maybe another nickelback. Someone who can just kind of play slot corner, safety, kind of just all over wherever you need them. So I have him going Antonio Johnson out of Texas A&M. I think second best safety in this draft, and they give him some more help in the secondary after. Who knows what's going to happen with their safeties. They might have to cut one of them. Who knows? So we'll see.
Okay, I'm going Michael Mayer, Bengals.
Okay.
Hayden Hurst is not anything amazing. Irwin, not amazing.
And he's a free agent, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, even better. I didn't know that. Michael Mayer's a beast. He's the best tight end in the class. End of the first round. Good fit, I think. I mean, it doesn't show as a top need, but I don't know if anyone has tight end as a top. Oh, the Giants technically do, but I disagree with that one. Yeah. But I mean, I just think Michael Mayer could be pretty big to help Joe Burrow.
Yeah, another weapon wouldn't hurt that offense. Saints here at 29. I think this pick will be defensive line. I don't know for sure if it'll be edge or interior yet. There's really two people that I like here, either Lucas Van Ness out of Iowa or Siaki Ika out of Baylor.
You don't think Jackson Smith? I
No,
think it'd be a perfect fit for him.
I mean they already have Chris Olave.
Yeah, but they're completely different.
I know. I'm just saying, Michael Thomas. I
Really.
mean Michael Thomas is always hurt, but
That's all. He I don't even know if he played this year.
he did for a little bit. But I just
I
I
would
don't
be
know.
going receiver here.
I don't think they'll go receiver. I think their defense needs some help
This
because
was good.
Cam Jordan's not getting any younger, and outside of Cam Jordan, they don't really have like Marcus Davenport hasn't really lived up to the hype. And then that interior, I can't name you one of their D tackles right now off the top of my head. But I think they need some help on that D line.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Siaki Ika out of Baylor.
I like him.
I like him too.
Okay.
I feel like he has potential to be better than Lucas Van Ness. I'm hearing a lot that Lucas Van Ness is not worth the rank 16 that PFF is giving him. So
I'm not a big fan of him. Okay. Chiefs. Jackson Smith. Roll him.
oof.
Get actual good receiver in there.
Oh gosh, that'd be scary.
Imagine the Chiefs with actually a good receiver. I mean, and Kadarius Toney, he's gonna be healthy. Travis Kelce, Kadarius Toney, and Jackson Smith, and Mecole Hardman, and what's his name, MVS, if they decide to bring him back.
Did they just sign him to 1 year deal? I thought it was 2.
Honestly, I'm not very good with contract things. But either way, just get a wide receiver that is good.
Yeah. All right, last pick of the first round, Philadelphia Eagles.
Guys, we're doing a whole 7-round draft.
We're not. That's not happening.
Okay.
I feel like again with how the board's fallen, they might take. I guess this pick really depends on what teams in the second round want. If they want to trade up for someone, again, we're not doing trades, so that doesn't matter. And really how free agency goes for the Eagles because they have a lot of free agents coming up. A lot of people on defense. Both their inside linebackers are pending free agents. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, James Bradbury. Who do we have them going? Brian Branch, so that kind of fills the potential of losing. What's that?
I filled the safety need.
Yeah. I mean, even if they bring back Gardner-Johnson, they still have that second safety.
Well, yeah.
So they could go corner here. I don't really think there's a corner worthy of a pick here. They could go linebacker if they lose one or both of their middle linebackers. They could go edge because Brandon Graham isn't getting any younger. Again, last pick of the first round is a really good spot to take that third edge rusher, especially if one of your edge rushers is getting older. And I mean, the Eagles end up with this pick, that means they won the Super Bowl. So if Brandon Graham wins another Super Bowl, who's to say he won't retire this offseason and just end on a high note?
Well, they're winning the Super Bowl. This is their pick, 31st.
Okay.
Just saying.
So I'm going to have him taking an edge for their defense. This is a guy who he's athletic. I've been seeing him get a lot of comparisons to Brian Burns.
I know who we're drafting. B.J. Thompson. Draft.
No, not B.J. Thompson.
Shout out B.J. Thompson. I know you're watching, buddy. I'll draft you here.
I'm going to have him taking Will McDonald out of Iowa State.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
okay,
our mock
save
draft.
that. That's a good mock draft. Except for B.J. Thompson, you're in my top 31 for me.
Don't think B.J. Thompson is a first round pick.
He is. He should be.
Don't think so.
What is he ranked?
200 something for PFF.
That's so low. That's not my fault. PFF is ranked him low. If I am an NFL GM, I'm drafting him in the we'll say early second. I'm drafting him in the early second because first round might get me fired. I'm drafting him in the early second round. I'm trading up for a second round pick to get B.J. Thompson. That's how good he is.
I don't remember what I was looking at. I was looking on something, and I looked up B.J. Thompson. He didn't even show up.
What the fuck are you looking at?
I don't know.
Quarterbacks? You're probably looking at quarterbacks.
No.
Well, that's not my fault. They sleeping on him too.
I don't know.
He's good. Just keep that in mind for draft day.
I'm not saying he's not going to be first round. I can tell you that. But
Okay, Adam.
there's a
second
potential.
Round, okay?
I mean, what? He was in the East-West Shrine game, right?
The what?
The East-West Shrine game, I'm pretty sure he played in. You don't even know what that is, do you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he was in that. I didn't get to watch it. I usually like to watch that every year. I try to record them if I could, but I didn't get Sling in time. I completely forgot when that was. So I didn't get to see it this year. But yeah, I mean, watching the East-West Shrine, I've found some decent players out of that. Geronimo Allison was in that. Nick Alec.
He sucks.
He doesn't. I mean,
Geronimo Allison, is he even in the league anymore? I doubt it.
no, he's in the XFL.
Okay, he's not good.
Okay, he was decent though for a 7th-round pick.
So is Brock Purdy.
You're right. He's a lot better than Jerome Allison. But I'm just saying, there's been some people that have come out of.
Saying he's okay.
So BJ Thompson could be a solid edge rusher in the future. I'm not saying he wouldn't be.
He is already a solid edge rusher,
but he's not gonna be first round pick. Fifth round at the earliest.
No way he's falls to the 5th round. I'd bet $100 on that with you, Adam. He will not fall to the 5th round.
A fall for him would be undrafted. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That's him falling. He's projected early 7th, late 6th right now. Like, relax.
Okay, he's getting drafted way before that.
All right, we're gonna move on to basketball because there's a lot of basketball to talk about.
We are.
Josh, hand it over to you.
Okay, so the first thing is Cam Thomas. Ever since Kyrie got traded, he's been going crazy. He's dropped 3 40-point games. Adam was a new Cam Thomas enjoyer. He just recently, I don't know.
I'm sorry, I don't follow basketball as religiously as you do. So no, I heard the name a few times. I don't watch college basketball unless it's March. Is it March right now?
I think they made the tournament. Maybe.
If he made the tournament, he didn't make it very far because I didn't watch his team.
I can't remember if he played LSU.
I don't know if LSU made the tournament or not.
I can't remember if it doesn't matter. So big thing, obviously, that just happened. NBA trade deadline just got done about, I don't know, a couple hours ago. And as you guys know, it's some big trades.
We did. Very big trades.
First trade, we got Kyrie Irving and Markieff Morris for Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith, a first-round pick, a second-round pick, and another second-round pick. Adam, how do you feel about the Kyrie Irving Mavericks trade?
I think it's good for the Mavericks. They get another star alongside Luka. Obviously, we'll get into the next Nets trade later on, but it seems like the Nets are kind of reshaping their organization, we can say. They're going to
rebuilding. They're rebuilding.
Are they rebuilding though? Because they didn't get any. Yes. They didn't get many. Oh no, they got a few picks from the.
They got a lot of picks.
Yeah, I'll take that back.
Speaking of that, we'll get into that in a minute.
Yeah,
but I think the Kyrie trade is honestly a win-win because both Spencer Dinwiddie and Dorian Finney-Smith are both pretty good, and Kyrie 1-year deal could be half-year rental. I don't know. He seemed like he liked playing with the Mavericks yesterday. He played yesterday already.
Yeah,
and I mean, and then 2 second-round picks. Pretty pointless, even though we'll get to later. Second-round picks have become a big thing, I guess, all of a sudden. But
yeah, I don't know what that's all about.
Came out of nowhere, and then they got a first-round pick in 2029 in that deal, but kind of pointless. But the next trade is the Kevin Durant trade. I woke up this morning to this news because it happened at 2 a.m., 1 a.m. Like, I was not up when this news came out. But the trade is Kevin Durant, T.J. Warren to the Suns, and to the Nets receive Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, Jay Crowder, first-round pick 2023, first-round pick 2025, first-round pick 2027, a first-round pick swap in 2028, and a first-round pick, I don't know if that's unprotected or swap, in 2029. That is crazy.
It is.
And it's technically it still might not be enough. Kevin Durant is that good. He's, top 5 player in the league? Top 10 for sure. Like,
for sure,
no
top
argument.
10. No, can't argue that.
No argument, top 10. And I can see the argument for even top 2, top 3. I would listen to you. But, like, I don't know. I feel like the Suns are really this could really fuck over the Suns. Like the Suns, they just got bought with the new owner, so I
Mhm.
assume that went into making the big splash today, just because you want to make a big move to begin with.
Yeah.
But the Suns, they don't have any depth. Like I don't know. If you have any injuries, which you have players who all have injury issues, Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, all have injury history, and I don't know.
I mean, the thing is,
I
they
feel like
didn't. Like, I look at it, their depth didn't change. Like,
no.
Michael Bridges was a starter.
But, yeah,
Cam Johnson was a starter. You get
he
Kevin
was, he
Durant.
was, he was, he was bench.
Well, he's been starting recently.
Yeah,
So you get Kevin Durant, T.J. Warren. They literally just fill in for
but
those two players.
the thing is, I thought their biggest issue before was depth.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying they didn't lose depth, is what I'm getting at.
I guess. I mean, Cam Johnson was usually on the bench, but
Well, who started over him then?
well, he was hurt. Let's see. I don't really know what their lineup is, but he was hurt for a while.
Okay.
Like,
Because what their starters would probably be when everyone's healthy. Chris Paul,
mm-hmm.
Devin Booker, Bridges, Cam Johnson, and DeAndre Ayton. So
Probably.
yeah.
Let's see.
So again, they're not really losing
I just
depth in
don't
that
think Cam
trade.
Johnson's played that much this year. Let's see. Like, I don't think he's done like much at all. But either way, I think it's a win-win deal for both teams. Again, yeah, he played 17 games this year. So, but I think the Nets, it really puts them into a rebuild, which I think is good, especially after Kyrie's out. The Nets didn't really, I don't know, they don't really have a chance of competing. But their team is still good. Like, I think they could still easily make the play-in this year. But just with all the picks, it's really, I don't think they'll compete in the playoffs, obviously, but the picks are really setting up for the future.
Yeah. I mean, who knows how good those picks will be though? Because
Yeah. I mean, Chris Paul is old. Kevin Durant's pretty old. He's about 33 already. So the 2028, 2029 picks could be really valuable at some point. But okay, next trade. D'Angelo Russell and Westbrook trade, which is, let's see. This is a pretty big one.
3-team
The
trade.
Lakers are, what? Three-team trade. Yeah. The Lakers received D'Angelo Russell, Malik Beasley, and Jared Vanderbilt. The Jazz received Russell Westbrook, Juan Toscano Anderson, Damian Jones, and a top 4 protected first-round pick in 2027. So kind of pointless pick. And then the Timberwolves receive Mike Conley, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. I think they already had him at some point, if I'm being honest.
Who
A
did he go
second-round
to?
pick, the Timberwolves.
Maybe. I
I
don't
don't know.
know. He's been all
He's
over.
been ran through
Portland,
recently, so
New Orleans, all over the place.
yeah. Okay, Jazz. Okay, and then they got 3 second-round picks too.
Right.
I think the Timberwolves got just robbed. They got Mike Conley, who's obviously, what is he now?
Yeah.
Nickeil Alexander-Walker, who no one wants. 3 or 4 teams don't want him. I mean, I liked him coming out of college, but he's Charlotte Shea. But he's just
Did they play together?
they're cousins.
Oh, okay.
But
Oh, yeah, that's right.
yeah, he's the worst one. But like, I don't know. I think this Timberwolves got robbed.
Yeah, what they gave up Malik Beasley, right?
No,
No,
he's in the Jazz.
but wasn't he on the Timberwolves, or was he not part of this trade?
He was part of Rudy Gobert.
Oh, okay.
And so was Jared Vanderbilt. But they just gave up D'Angelo Russell and maybe Damon Jones. Maybe I don't know. He might have been the Lakers. But either way, they got 3 second-round picks: Nickeil Alexander-Walker, who, like I said, no one wants, and Mike Conley. Like, and D'Angelo Russell, I think they could have got at least a first. I think. I mean, I like him, but it's big. I think this trade's big for the Lakers and for the Jazz.
Westbrook went to the Jazz, right?
Yeah, but he's gonna be cut.
You think so?
Yeah, I think there's like a 80% chance he gets cut. And
Okay.
where he's gonna go? I don't know. Maybe. Oh, I think he's gonna go to the Sixers. He's going to the Sixers.
That'd be wild.
I think that could be where he got
Pairing
done
back
to.
up with James
I
Harden.
think him and Harden were friends. It's just they had a little bit of issues toward the end, but I think they're friends still.
Well, you know who needs more depth on their bench?
He's not going to the Suns. No way. I think if he was going to go to the Suns, I think they would have done the Lakers trade. I think the Nets would have done it more, would have pushed more for it if they knew that they wanted to play together again still. But maybe. I mean, it'd probably be nice, but Westbrook had 27 the other day, and
I
then
don't know. He missed a bunch of layups. I remember
yeah, but
at
he
the
he
beginning of
played
that
good.
game.
He played good still. Okay, no matter what. Next trade, Adam. This is your team.
It is.
Josh Hart
Yeah.
to the Knicks.
That surprised me when you told me.
Yeah,
because I did not
for
see it.
Cam Reddish, Ryan, whatever, Svi Mikhailuk, and
Yep.
a protected first-round pick in this year. Protections are not known yet, but how do you feel about
That
this
one
trade?
was lottery protected. I saw.
Oh, it is for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about this trade, Adam?
I mean, I don't know much about Cam Reddish, but you say he's a beast, so
I didn't say he's a beast.
okay. But you really wanted him on the Cavs.
I think he easily could be.
Okay.
I like him a lot. It's just he hasn't really done much in the league, but I think he needs a chance. I don't think the Blazers are gonna be the one that get to give him a chance.
I mean, he's gonna get playing time because they don't really have any forwards outside of him and Jeremy Grant.
Yeah, hopefully he does. I really want him to do well, but I think the Blazers are just gonna ruin him. Honestly.
I mean, yeah, that's a very good possibility.
Yeah, I wanted him to go to a team either where he could be a good role player and just play a specific role and actually play still, or be like a go-to guy scorer. But it's not very easy to find an ideal spot for him. But I think he's got all the potential still.
I mean, that lottery protected first is kind of unfortunate because Knicks are probably gonna end up in the lottery.
I don't think they will.
You don't think so?
I think they're making the playoffs.
Well, that's all it is, right? Just all you have to do is make the playoffs, and you're not in the lottery. The lottery is every non-playoff team.
I think so.
Okay.
But that's what it was. But with the play-in, I think it's the teams that lose in the play-in are the lottery too.
Okay. So yeah,
That's what it is. Right? I think they're making the playoffs though. So
okay.
I don't think they'll be in the lottery.
Well, as long as they make the playoffs, I'm alright with it. As long as we get that first,
Okay.
because yeah, I saw that if they don't, or if it becomes, if they get the lottery, the Knicks end up in the lottery. It's like 4 second-round picks, something like that.
Yeah, another thing with the second-round picks right here.
We don't need more second-round picks.
Trade. Yeah, another next trade. Which maybe I'd rather have 4 second-round picks in a late first. I don't know, just saying.
I mean,
but
we'll get into the other second-round pick trade that the Trailblazers did.
Yeah, we
So.
will. Next right here. Next trade: Justin Holiday and Frank Kaminsky to the Rockets, and 2 second-round picks for Garrison Matthews and Bruno Fernando, who are going to the Hawks. Pointless trade. I think it just saves money. I think it just saves money for the Hawks.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
I just remember. That's
No opinion. Okay. Next trade: Darius Baisley to the Suns. I didn't actually see his one. I wrote it down and I still forgot. That's actually for Dario Saric and a second-round pick to the Thunder. That's a good trade for the Suns.
Okay.
I like Darius Baisley a lot. Okay, he'll be a good backup for. Okay, next trade. Bones Highland to the Clippers for 2 second-round picks.
I really want Josh's input on this because he's a big Bones Highland guy.
I love Bones Highland. And I think a lot of teams should have paid the price to get him. He can score like crazy. I mean, he's not a good defender at all. But he can score. He's a good scoring point guard off the bench. Most teams could use one.
Yeah.
I really don't know how other teams didn't swing for him. This trade does not make sense to me at all.
You think he's going to start for the Clippers?
I mean, they traded away John Wall, so which we'll get to. Actually, we can get to right now. Okay, that trade is Eric Gordon to the Clippers and 3 second-round picks. And the Rockets receive, guess who? John Wall, yet again, after he was just talking shit about them on a podcast a couple weeks ago.
I thought that was funny when I saw that notification or not notification, but saw the tweet. I saw the tweet where John Wall backed the Rockets. I was like, didn't he hate the Rockets?
He's getting caught. He has to. And maybe that's why they don't want to pay for Bones Highland. They want to get John Wall, but he's not really all that anymore. But I still really like John Wall. Cavs make the call. Same with the Bucks. Bucks, make the call, please. And or the Suns. That'd be a good fit. Yeah, Suns. Actually, I want to go to the Suns. Oh shit, my laptop's about to die. Suns, we need you to get John Wall. Back up Chris Paul.
You not think John Wall is worthy of starting anymore?
No.
No.
I don't think. I mean, I think he could start, but I don't think he should be.
Okay.
Sorry guys for this. Yeah, I think he could be a starter, but I don't think you want him to be a starter at this point in his career. But I still like him. Oh yeah, but the rest of the trade, the Rockets also got Danny Green, pointless. He's gonna get cut too probably, and the Grizzlies received Luke Kennard. But I mean, it's nice for the. I think it's nice for the Clippers. Getting Eric Gordon, I think he's a good piece, and they already have Bones Highland to replace John Wall, so
yeah,
that makes sense. Okay, next trade. Josh Gordon. Is that even? Oh, he's in the NFL. Not even. Josh Richardson to the Pelicans for Devontae Graham and 4 second-round picks. Big second-round picks trade.
Teams are loving those second-round picks this year.
Yeah, I don't get it, and I don't know the value of the second-round picks. Like you cannot gauge the value of a second-round pick with all these trades. Like they don't make any. It doesn't make any sense.
No.
Like. I don't get it. Okay, next, which I think that's just. I think Josh Richardson would be a good fit with the Pelicans, but for second round picks, I think he could have got Bones Highland maybe for 2 of those. Yeah, I would have rather had that, but okay. The next trade for the Clippers, Mason Plumlee. They traded Reggie Jackson, which this is a good trade.
Yeah,
Mason Plumlee's gonna be their new starting center, probably. Or he could be.
Can he play power forward?
He can. I mean,
because they have Zubac still, don't they?
Yeah, he's better than Zubac.
He is?
I think so. I think he clears easily. But that's just an opinion. I mean, I think Plumlee is actually good. And if not, he's going to be a good backup center for him.
Right.
I mean, I think that's a really good trade. Because Reggie Jackson, he fell off after that one playoff run a couple years ago. He hasn't really done shit since. But he's good. I mean, the Hornets are kind of ass, so I don't know what they really need him for. Okay, next trade. Sorry, guys. We had a lot of trades today.
There's a lot that happened.
Next trade. Yeah, this is the biggest trade deadline in NBA history. Next trade. Celtics receive Mike Muscala, and the Thunder receive Justin Jackson and 2 second-round picks. I mean, good backup for the Celtics. Cuts Luke Cornett completely out of the rotation. Thank goodness. I mean, third-string center who can play power forward. What can you do? I mean, basically like Grant Williams, but bad at defense. I mean,
and he can shoot 3.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like shooter, big man. That's pretty much it. Next trade: Thomas Bryant to the Nuggets for Davon Reed. Who exactly? No one. Davon Reed's nothing. Okay, Davon Reed. I'm sorry, that was a little harsh. And 3 second-round picks to the Lakers. This trade really confused me when I saw it happened, but then it came out that he requested a trade, so that makes more sense because he wasn't happy with how much he was playing when Anthony Davis came back. So
was it because that LeBron decided to take the record-breaking shot instead of passing it to him when he was open in the post? I don't think I did.
Okay, wait, yeah, put it on the screen.
I'll
send it to you.
Okay.
But yeah, that was my first reaction to that too. Okay, next trade. Lakers receive Mo Bamba, and they traded Pat Beverly and a second-round pick. I mean,
just
replace Thomas Bryant.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I think Thomas Bryant's better, but not that far. Yeah.
So does Anthony Davis usually start at center, or is he a power forward?
He hates it. He cries about it. They do both, but he sits there and.
I was just wondering if
he doesn't want to play center.
Now that they have Mo Bamba, are they going to put Davis at the 4 and then Mo Bamba starts at center?
I think this should be their lineup. I think they should do D'Angelo Russell,
obviously,
Lonnie Walker,
okay,
LeBron, Hachimura, or Vanderbilt, one of the 2, and then Anthony Davis at the 5.
Okay,
that's what I think they should do, and preferably Jared Vanderbilt. Honestly, even though he's not the best shooter, but he's good. Like he's really good. I really wanted him to go somewhere, like maybe even I don't know, just anywhere else. I don't want him to go to the Lakers, but he should have stayed in the Jazz. Honestly, he's good. And then have Malik Beasley off the bench and have Mo Bamba off the bench and just have a pretty decent bench or better. But yeah. Okay, next trade. Bucks receive Jay Crowder, and the Nets receive 2 second-round picks. Ooh, big second-round pick thing. And the Pacers receive, get ready for this, this is the biggest haul of the deadline. Pacers receive George Hill, Serge Ibaka, Jordan Nwora, and 3 second-round picks. Wow, Jordan Nwora, Serge Ibaka, and George Hill are also good. Seriously, this was the best day ever.
Wasn't Ben a big Jordan Nwora fan?
I don't know if he is. I don't see it. Jordan Nwora is horrible. Like, yeah, I hate all 3 of these players. Seriously, my least favorite.
Serge Ibaka didn't even want to play for the Bucks. Every Bucks fan I know hates George Hill.
Jake doesn't. Trail Jake. He doesn't hate George. He's just telling me he's a good backup point guard, or he can be meaningful, which I disagree with. Trail Jake though.
Trey gets upset every time George Hill touches the court.
Yeah, George Hill's horrible. I mean, I don't like to give up 5 second-round picks, especially given what we could get with the picks. Again, like I said, that's the part I don't like. But getting rid of the 3 worst players and least meaningful players on the team is very good. Pacers they had to take 3 second-round picks to get rid of them though. To take them though.
So what do the Bucks do on their bench now? Because they got rid of 3 bench players and they only replaced it with 1.
That's fine.
Okay.
Pat Connaughton.
Yeah.
Jay Crowder.
Yeah.
Bobby Porter when he comes back from the injury.
Uh-huh.
And that's it. Beauchamp, I guess. I don't really like him that much either. But
and Javon Carter, right?
And Javon Carter, yeah. I mean, they'll be fine, especially when Bobby comes back. Okay, next, Jakob Poeltl to the Raptors. Back to the Raptors for Ken Birch, a first-round pick in 2024, and 2 second-round picks. I don't see why the Raptors did this.
Is he worth all that? I don't really know how good he is. So
I would say he's worth it, but what are the Raptors doing? Like, they're basically a rebuilding team.
Right, they were supposed to be selling him instead of trading for players.
They didn't. I don't think they sold at all.
No.
Well, I don't think they did.
They didn't. Well, at least
I don't see why. Yeah.
Players are going
to trade. I think Jakob Poeltl is a good player, and I think he's a good fit for the Raptors. And they need a center, but they're not going to make the playoffs. Like, I don't see the reason, but whatever. Okay, next trade for the Blazers: Matisse Thybulle to the Blazers, Jalen McDaniels, and 2 second-round picks to the Sixers, and then Svi Meku, whatever, and 2 second-round picks to the Hornets. How do you feel, Adam? What do you think about Matisse Thybulle?
I know he's a really good defender.
Yeah.
And that's what the Trailblazers need on their bench, especially since they don't have much on their bench to begin with.
Yeah, but he can't do anything else, which we talked about a little bit earlier.
That's fine.
But he can't shoot. They leave him wide open. He can't pass. He can't rebound. He can't do anything other than defend.
That's Trailblazers need defenders, so I'm okay with it.
He's played off the court because of it.
Well, guess what? He won't get played off the court in Portland because, again, they have nobody on their bench. So, especially since they traded away Josh Hart.
Yeah, way worse than Josh
Hart. He'll be our bench guard. So.
Okay, last trade of the deadline. This was a pretty big one. Pistons received James Wiseman, the 2nd overall pick. The Hawks received Sadiq Bey. The Warriors received Gary Payton II. And the Trailblazers received Kevin Knox and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 second-round picks.
Yep, there's our second-round pick haul right there.
How do you feel about that, Adam?
So stupid.
I think this is a good trade, though.
5 first-round picks.
Second.
So yeah, that's what I meant. First-round picks would be ridiculous.
Not first-round picks. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, 5 second-round picks. Coming off the 3 or 4 we got in the other trade.
What are you guys going to do with your second-round picks?
I don't know. Draft people that draft a new G League team? Like, I don't know.
They're not going to be able to play. You're going to have too many picks.
Are we stocking up for when we actually get our own G League team? Because I don't think Trailblazers do have one.
They don't?
Yeah, I think they go through someone else's. I think they go through someone else's
That's
picks.
maybe they are then. I don't get it. And none of the years for the picks are out yet for the second round picks for that trade. I don't think.
No, I didn't see anything.
But James Wiseman, they like I don't know. The Warriors basically admitted they fucked up with the draft him second overall. Sadiq Bey, I wish the Bucks traded for Sadiq Bey for 2 second round picks. That's what I wish happened, honestly. But yeah,
Trailblazers are one of 2 teams that don't have their
the
own.
G League. What's the other team? Let me guess. Guess. Is this team good, Adam? Give me a hint.
Yes. They're in the West.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought it was okay. The Mavericks?
No. They just
What?
made a pretty big trade.
Suns? The Suns don't have one?
Yep.
What the fuck? I thought the Suns had one.
No, guess not.
I didn't think the Mavericks had one, honestly.
But yeah, they
I
go
know a couple
through
years ago. It was more.
the Clippers, G League
Probably the
team,
Nuggets too, right?
the Long Island. They just go through a bunch of different G League teams, I guess.
Stupid.
So yeah, all these they're gonna get their own G League team, and they're gonna spend all these second round picks to fill in their team.
So dumb.
So yeah, I don't. Again, Kevin Knox, he's been a bust.
Trailblazers,
Couldn't make it on the Knicks. Couldn't make it on whatever team he went to after that.
Pistons.
Pistons.
Yeah. Kings, I think. Was he in the Kings? I think he was.
Like, okay, he'll be another bench player. Maybe he'll help out our bench depth. Who knows? But
Hey, Blazers should give him a chance.
I mean, they will because they can't afford not to. But
Seriously, play him. But they need to. Blazers need to rebuild. Seriously, trade Dame. Why did they not trade Dame today? What the fuck?
they weren't going to. There was no shot.
Trade Dame and get 5 first-round picks like Kevin Durant. Come on. Trade Dame and get at least 3 first-round picks. Get one young dude and start rebuilding. Shaden Sharp, Anthony Simons. Why would you not?
Trade the Bucks.
No. Here's what this is what I would have done. I would have traded Dame for Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton. And then trade Nurkic to a team too. Give me DeAndre Ayton. Let me build through him. I don't think he gets enough touches on offense, and it's just going to get worse now.
KD, Dame, and Devin Booker on the same team is wild.
Yeah. I can see that. I can see that being nice. So imagine that.
I don't know.
Oh, throw Nurkic in the deal.
Throw Nurk in the deal. Oh God.
Okay, so Damian Lillard used Nurkic for Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton, and and campaign. I want campaign too, so we can get a starting point guard. And for Sims can stay at shooting guard. That's the deal. Okay, that's what they should have done. And every other first round pick they have.
Every other first round pick that they can offer.
Every second while we're at it. Get 15 seconds for the Blazers.
Perfect.
That's what I would have done. Okay, but last topic for basketball. LeBron James breaks all-time record.
He does. Finally.
He's the GOAT.
Huh.
LeBron's the GOAT. But this isn't a debate episode, but he's just the GOAT. You don't have to acknowledge him, but
if MJ played 90 seasons, he'd have 60,000 points. So
LeBron beat the record in less games.
Then Michael Jordan played? Even though Michael Jordan played like 5 less seasons than LeBron?
So.
He got in less games than Kareem played, but that's because Kareem played in the era of basketball where
I something about Jordan.
I don't know, but
Kareem sucks.
I feel like if Jordan played the same amount of years as because he didn't even play, he played like 4 less years than LeBron did. I thought there's no way that LeBron did in less games.
I'm tracking at him. Okay, no, you're right. But I think it was like the pace. Like if Jordan played how many games he wouldn't have beat it.
Well, considering he retired in his prime to go play baseball.
Well, that's his fault.
I know, but I'm just saying I don't agree with whatever the pace was that it said. I don't agree with
I
it
can't
because
remember what I saw.
if he played those years, he was in his prime. He was only going to play better, I feel like.
I mean, I don't think he would play better. I think he would have played the same level though.
He may be a little better, but not. I mean, yeah, obviously not like a great improvement.
I mean, I think he came back and got right back into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the one thing about the LeBron breaking the record I didn't like is the 15-20 minute intermission award ceremony. Like, finish off the quarter at least. There's 10 seconds left in the quarter, and they decided to do 20 minutes. Like, if I was the Thunder, I would have been pissed. Like, if we lost the game, especially, but they won, obviously. But, like, come on. Like, in the middle of the game, on the court, they just, like, put thousands, 100 people on the court in the middle of the game. Just, like, I get it, like, acknowledging it during the game, but why didn't they just wait to have the whole ceremony till after?
Right.
One more quarter left in basketball.
Or at least after the third quarter. There's only 10 seconds.
Well, that's what I'm saying. At the very least, let's finish the third quarter. 10 seconds left.
Just literally dribble out the ball and then.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's no reason to do it with 10 seconds left in the quarter.
No.
But. And also, I like how LeBron said fuck on TV.
Apparently, there were people like streaming the game on some third-party websites.
Yeah, streamies.
Yeah, and the stream froze literally right as he was fading away.
I saw this on Twitter too. But, luckily, I have YouTube TV, so I was watching it live. YouTube TV.
I was watching it on Sling. So. Exactly.
Sling sucks.
It's cheaper, but.
I don't pay for YouTube TV, so.
Well, I had to pay for Sling, so.
That sucks.
I did. Okay. Especially since they told me I was going to get a month half off, and they did not do that.
Scammed you.
Yeah, they did. All right, is that all we got?
I think so, yeah.
All right. That's all I have.
Okay, guys. See you next week.
We'll have our Super Bowl recap. We'll have, I don't know. We'll see what else happens in the next week in the world of sports. Yep. Obviously, we'll have the awards show reaction too. Because why not? And
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll have some more news throughout. Maybe we'll find something to do, like when we did the Weddle and the Pirtle and stuff like that.
Tight end list.
Oh yes, we can finally get to our tight end tier list since that would probably be.
Obviously, we couldn't because Ben was not here, but
yeah,
we'll get to it.
And last week, we just ran out of time because we had a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we had a lot. We had a lot last week.
So yeah,
that's it.
We'll see you on the next episode. Bye-bye.